What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Guava Juice Podcast. This is episode number 15. Today's episode, we're going to do it a little bit differently. We're going to be talking about lighthearted news. It's basically a good distraction to what's happening now in the world. It's going to be, I don't know, we're just trying to lift our spirits up as we should as human beings, right? So I'm joined by Leonardo on the other side. How you doing, dude?
Amazing. Good morning, man.
Amazing. So this is basically episode 1 of Guava News, is that right? So what is our first news topic of the day, Leonardo?
All right. So short and sweet, Florida baseball team lists stadium on Airbnb for $1,500, and you could bring 10 people, and you could have full access to the whole field.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The economy is just that bad right now, huh?
Well, it's, there's no games going on, so might as well make money off of the real estate while it's open. I think that's where they're at.
True. Yeah. Man, imagine. Okay, from my perspective, $1,500 for basically a whole stadium to ourselves with 10 people. You're saying?
Yeah.
You could sleep there. You could eat there. Question: are the concession stands open? Because if they are, I'm about to take advantage of all the popcorn and all the nachos.
It's open, but there's no food or there's no one working them.
But can I go in the back and make my own? I'm pretty sure they have stashes of food in the back where you can just grab all the whatever and make your own food, right?
Yeah, it would definitely make it more worth it. That's at least how much money is eating all you can eat for 10 people? 300?
If you were stuck in a baseball stadium by yourself, what's the first thing you would do?
I would film a 3 a.m. YouTube video there.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to be productive, so I'll invite the whole team over too, of course.
Bruh, the first thing I would do, I would bring my computer, hook it up to the giant, the jumbo screen, Jumbotron, and just play video games all day, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that would be a huge dream of mine to do. Because I feel like you could put anything in there. You just got to find the whole, the whole back-end software to plug in all your gear and then just play video games in that stadium.
That's a good idea. How about the fireworks? Do you think that would be cool?
If fireworks?
The fireworks display in baseball stadiums?
Yeah. I feel like I would. That would be too dangerous for me. I feel like I would light the whole stadium on fire. Man, I wish I was more into baseball. I would be more excited about this topic, but I feel like the 80th inning, the home runs would be great. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, you could have your own home run derby. Have you seen that?
No.
Okay, so you know how they have all-star games for basketball?
Yeah.
They have one for baseball, and it's just they lob the ball over to see how many home runs they could get.
Oh wow, I would do so bad. Dang. All right, next topic.
A boy at 13 graduates college with 4 associate's degrees.
13-year-old kid with 4 associate's degree is isn't that after 2 years you get an associate's degree? Is that right?
Yeah.
How did he do that? Where's his base? Where's the boy at? That's the thing.
So this is what's interesting. His name's Jack Rico. It's actually Fullerton College, which is not that far away.
It's in California. Oh, so this is in California.
Yeah.
13-year-old kid graduates with 4 associate's degrees. That just happened right now?
Yeah, what's sad is he didn't get to experience being on stage for the graduation ceremony because of the quarantine. But he still got, he graduated.
So when did he go to college then, if that's the case? Wait, first of all, why is he 13 with 4 associate's degrees? When I was 13, I don't even remember what I was doing when I was 13, to be honest. So, dude, that's amazing. I feel like the younger generations nowadays, they're getting more advanced and more, I guess, smart than us, than what we were 13 years ago. Because people nowadays, or kids nowadays, they have access to all this technology and all this information online and the internet. They can just pick and choose what they want to learn. And then, if it interests them, then they can just move forward to that direction and gain more knowledge. So I guess the reason why he has 4 associate's degrees, he was very interested With 4 different things, right? Did it tell you like what he graduated with? He just,
Let's see. It doesn't say the specifics, but it does say where he's headed for his 4-year university. He's going to Nevada. He got a full scholarship.
wait. I thought he just graduated college.
No, he graduated high school with 4 associate's degrees. So it's like he got 4 2-year degrees before graduate.
I got it. I thought you said he graduated college already at the age of 13 with 4 degrees.
Oh,
Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah. Cool.
yeah. Some people think, well, it's some programs are done after 2 years in college, so it's just based on what program you're doing and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's amazing.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Congrats.
Yeah.
That's he accomplished more than what I have accomplished in my entire life.
In New Zealand, they replaced the sheep herders with robot dogs.
Whoa, that's like an episode of Black Mirror. Have you seen that episode of Black Mirror where the robot dogs attack everybody?
Yeah. That was one of the newest
Dang.
ones.
That's crazy to think. Technology is just getting more advanced. It's like I said in the last story, like technology has gone to a point where people can just obtain information to what they want. And if that information is getting smart enough to take over, human like jobs, then what is the point of humans working,
Yeah. So the whole, have you heard of the concept of universal income?
Yeah, no.
So
Is that like cryptocurrency kind of thing?
it's
No?
it's like when everyone gets the same amount of money, right? So they're saying there's going to be a day where, like what you said, like technology will like provide, we won't need to work anymore because technology, and a fair way to like distribute wealth is like a certain amount of money for each person. Yeah, and then we could just be creative and do things that robots can't do, but most of the jobs are taken care of. It's crazy.
Oh, that is crazy. You know why? In Japan, I heard that a lot of people in Japan work really hard is because all the lower jobs are already been taken care of by robots. Like they have vending machines and like, I don't know. I just know, isn't that true? I don't know. I don't know much about news. I wish I knew more news than I do now, but it's nice to know these things. But I heard that, like, in Japan, everyone's just, like, very hardworking because all the, the lower class jobs have been replaced by robots.
Yeah, I think what's good about Japan is they know how to leverage technology, right? Because if, you could train a robot to do certain things, then it gives you an opportunity to do things that robots can't do. Yet. Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Dude, I wish I had a robot. I would just make the robot do what I'm doing now, and then I can just, take a vacation for like a couple of years, and then people wouldn't notice.
Would you clone yourself and then like that would be, you would just direct your clone like as the YouTuber?
Dude, I already have. Well, who do you think you're talking to? Guava Juice is like somewhere else, so he told me he programmed me to do this podcast.
Nice. I could tell it's glitching sometimes. You're like,
What? Yeah, for sure, man. I can grab him. Hey, Guava Juice!
what do you call your what's your clone's name? Is it the same? Or
Guava Juice, GJ2. GJ2.
Nice.
Dude, imagine that though. I would definitely clone myself. Have you ever watched Naruto?
I watched one episode because you guys talk about it so much.
Well, he has like this, they call it the jutsu, but it's like a special powers that they have. He has a jutsu where he can clone himself, and then he has the ability to bring him back all in one to him, and whatever information they learned, he obtains that information as well. So it's basically, imagine me cloning myself. I send one clone off to learn, go back to college. I send another clone to go, weightlift for a year. And then I send the other clone to, I don't know, to be a spy for, I don't know, for Russia or something. And then after a year, bring back the clones. obtain all that information?
Dang.
Wouldn't it be amazing? Like, I would be, stronger. I would have a PhD, probably 5 associate's degrees in something, and then I know more knowledge about foreign countries than I do now.
Dang.
Yeah, maybe in 1,000 years. Hey, question: would you rather live 1,000 years or 100 years?
Is this just a preference of age, or is there a different lifestyle?
No, just age. Would you
Shoot.
rather?
1,000.
You would live 1,000 years.
I could help so many more people at 1,000 years than 100.
Man. Yeah, but let's say you just aged the way we are aging right now.
So I would be a pretzel if I was 1,000. Like, would
No,
I be like?
you-
Would it be like not being able to talk?
You
like
would. No, you'd be just baby powder at that point. So you'd rather be baby powder.
this? No, if I'm aging and not stopping that aging, if I'm not a vampire,
Yup.
then
Yeah,
I would.
but hey,
Yeah.
technology is advancing, so you probably would be yourself. Like right now, you would probably look 30 years old, but you're actually 1,000 years old.
Who said I was
Isn't that
30?
Yoda? Huh?
Who said I was 30, man?
Oh, you're not 30?
No.
You're 29.
21, man. No, I'm not.
I gotta get that right. But you know what I mean, though.
Yeah, I got you.
It's just like, it's crazy. I mean, we could go into quantum physics and the universe now if you want. Do you
Let's
have
go.
stories on that?
Yeah.
Dude, we could talk about like straight up weird stuff right now if you like.
Whatever you're interested in, man. And good for the
Alright,
viewer.
So, what do you think about the universe then?
What do I think?
You think the universe is limited, or I heard the universe is expanding. Do you believe that it's continually expanding and infinite, or are we just encapsulated in one like little circle that we can't get out of?
Oh, for sure it's expanding.
Uh-huh.
But the theory is that it's going to expand to a point and then it's going to fold back in itself, and that's the end of the world. Have you heard that theory?
The end of the universe?
Yeah. Cuz it's
No,
going
I've never heard that theory. I've never heard that theory.
Yeah, it's going to reach a certain like volume and weight where it just collapses on itself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
But when's that happen? Like 1,000 years?
I don't know. I forgot the numbers on it.
Well, if it's
27
1,000
years.
I'd rather live to 1,000 years old to experience that.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Man, you
What
know
do
what's crazy? I always thought the universe, because you know how atoms are like the smallest things in the universe, and the universe is the biggest things in the universe? What if the universe are just atoms, and then the atoms in the whole universe are just the universe? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's just like an infinite like loop, you know? It's like when you zoom in as far as possible, okay, just zoom in like 1 billion times to what you're seeing now, you see an atom.
Yeah.
But then you zoom in 1 billion times even more, you see the universe. You zoom in, the Milky Way. You zoom in even more, it's the Earth. And you zoom in even more, it's you. You know what I'm saying? So what
Yeah.
if we live in an atom where we don't know it's an atom, but it's really the universe, but it's an infinite number of loops around and around.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm confusing the right, but that's just what I think.
I believe everything's connected, and the whole like Newton's law is like nothing could be destroyed, only transferred. So like just because there's like right here, just because there's an empty space does not mean it's empty. There's just you know what I mean? And like even my hand, like the only reason why I can't go through my hand is because my hand, like the molecules can't move fast enough to go penetrate through it. So it's like yeah, that'd be crazy. Yo, what if the Earth, right?
Okay.
Going through your example, what if the Earth, you know how we have a lot of cells in our body? What if the Earth?
You?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
go
7. I have 7 brain cells. What if the Earth was just like a cell of the universe? That's how big the universe is. Like imagine that. That's how massive it is. Like trillions.
Oh, I believe that.
You know what I mean?
You know how big our sun is? You know how many more suns are bigger than our suns?
10.
Billions. No, billions. Wow.
That's
like,
crazy.
If imagine our sun as a grain of rice. There's a sun basically the size of the Earth. If our sun is the grain of rice, right?
Dang.
I don't know. That's just what I imagine. I don't know if it's like straight up facts.
No. I've seen a picture. I remember having to show it to my class. Like what you were saying, like how the Earth is like a certain size compared to the sun. It's like,
Yep.
imagine this. If I heard that if we were like only a mile closer to the sun, like we wouldn't exist. Like how exactly perfect we had to be placed in the solar system.
Wow. Is that true?
Yeah.
So
Like-
you're saying
like-
if I leave now, move the Earth 1 mile, we would all be dead.
I don't know the exact like measurement, but if it wasn't positioned exactly where it's at right now, it would be either too hot or too cold to sustain
Whoa,
life.
Snap.
Everything
Well,
would be like.
Let's test that theory out. Let me just move the Earth. All right. Are we still here?
No, I saw you
I moved
standing
it.
there in the mirror.
You caught me. Caught me good. I see your mirror too. Look at you. Yeah.
My crack isn't showing for this episode though, so I'm good. I'm good.
No. All right. Enough quantum physics. I feel like we lost a lot of viewers because they got confused. Let's move on to the next story here.
Pop-up drive-in theaters bring movies back to New Jersey and New York.
Oh.
Okay, so remember how like a lot of the theaters are closed.
Yep.
So like the only way to watch movies now is to stay in our cars.
That is true. I mean, that's probably the safest thing to do. I mean, you're basically in your car. You're social distancing from everybody. Yeah, compared to theaters, like I feel like the normal for if we do go back out of quarantine into movie theaters, no one's gonna go. Because I heard like AMC is going out of business, but they got a loan that basically lasts them until the end of October. So I really don't think people will go back to the movie theaters in October, just because. Because COVID or bacteria, it travels a lot fluid indoors. That's what I've been hearing. Because there's a lot of like you're in such a small space where the bacteria can move around, and if you consider factors like the air conditioning and like drafts from the window, it's probably your windows are closed, but it's just like the bacteria is gonna just cycle around the house compared to the outside. I'm not saying go outside, but it's just I saw this video the other day where bacteria doesn't really travel as much on the outside because one, since it's becoming the summer, everything's getting hotter, bacteria will die, flu season's gonna die, and it just has a lot more places to go. It can kind of just go upwards if it wants to, like towards the clouds. We can't touch that, and I don't know, man. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't think movie theaters will be back to normal until probably next year or 2 years. So, I mean, if pop-up movie theaters are the way to go, then shoot, I'm going to start one real quick and then sell it after a year.
Dude. Yeah, a lot of these drive-in movie theaters are actually swap meets outside of like when it's not a theater. So during the day, it's swap meets. So like it's pretty good business. Oh yeah,
swap meets? What is that?
Yeah, so like during the day, because you can't run a drive-in movie theater during the day because it has to be dark. So the way they operate is they have swap meets during the day. So it's making pretty good money supposedly.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I mean, good for them. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I was thinking about when you were talking about like the indoor outdoor? Is it kind of like, have you ever farted and like the blanket is over you, right?
Yep.
So like the smell and the gas like stays and it's really bad, right? But like in the outdoors, the fart just
disperses all everywhere. So it's like it's not as concentrated. The smell isn't as concentrated to one spot. It's just a little faint, just around you. So it's not as noticeable. But hey, just make people watching stay indoors though. I know I'm saying bacteria leads indoors, but we're trying to flatten this curve. It's been about like 90 days, so I mean, what can we do? I mean, we just have to make use of our time with indoors with friends and family, and just do our best. That's all I can say. Just do our best. We're all just experiencing the same thing.
Keep a positive attitude.
Oh yeah.
Like guava juice.
Oh yeah.
You want the next story?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, cool. Okay, a man lets his family members pick his lottery numbers.
Yep.
He won $1 million.
That's not real.
And it's North Carolina. It happened in North Carolina, Powerball. His name is Jonathan Gonzalez.
That's definitely not real if it's from North Carolina.
Why?
I'm from North Carolina. I've been doing that. It doesn't work. It didn't work for me. That's dope though. What are the chances?
Yeah.
It's like 1 in like 157 million people win the lottery.
Something crazy, man.
Dude.
I think it's the same amount of like getting hit by lightning 14 times. Something like some ridiculous.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yo, congrats, Mr. Gonzalez.
Yeah.
That is amazing. But I heard like I've heard like lottery story winner tickets or winners, they usually get bankrupt after a year because they don't know how to invest in that, and like they just like blow it all away. And then I feel like, I don't know, it's scary. Would you win the lottery for whatever reason?
Hell yeah. Cause I'm ready. I'm ready, bro. I'm so ready. Yo, you want to hear my? If I won the $1 million, you know what I would do?
Give it to your family.
No.
What?
Yo. Here's what a smart financial person would do. With $1 million, you could buy $5 million of real estate property. You rent out all that real estate, and then and then from that income, then you could give that money away. But you didn't lose your initial $1 million.
Oh wow. You know what I would do?
Woo.
I would spend my winning jackpot into more lottery tickets. I'm just kidding.
I'm worried.
I just won $100 million. Sick. What's the new jackpot? It's back to $2 million. All right. No, I'm just kidding. I've only done the lottery probably twice. One when I was 18, I got my first little scratch off ticket. I was like, oh well, I just wasted $5, and then I bought I don't know what it's called nowadays. I guess it's the random numbers ticket or something. I did that. I was like, well, there goes my $1. So after $6, I was like, I'm done.
Dang.
If I went on, well, go ahead.
Where was this at? This is in Cali.
It was in North Carolina where the winning person won its lottery. So
Gotcha.
it probably works there now. I guess 10 years ago it didn't work. So I guess the lottery works there now.
Yeah.
Since there's a winner.
Do you know where Salisbury is? Salisbury?
Yeah, Salisbury. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In the south.
It was a gas station in Salisbury.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
But hey, if I won $100 million, I would give half of it to my family. And then I would take, I guess, the other half of my winnings. And you're right, I would just invest it. Because that money's not mine. I feel like I didn't even deserve it. So it's might as well just give it away and just have it work for me. And then just find ways for me to, get to earning what I won, I feel like...
Yeah.
I feel like it's a shortcut. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if you win the lottery, you will get targeted. Isn't that a story too? People look up who wins lotteries and then they rob their houses and then try to steal all their money. So I feel like there's a whole bunch of evil. There's an evil presence following the lottery winners, and I'm just trying to be safe. And I'm just trying to do my thing.
Yeah.
But that would be great though. But I would donate basically most of it because I feel like it'll remove my productivity and motivation to work.
For sure. Hey, have you heard of the there's a really good foundation to donate money to? I just
What is it?
The Leonardo da Mendoza Foundation.
Sure. I'll donate $2 when I win.
Nice. $2 more than I had before. Winner. But that's crazy. Dang, North Carolina, man.
There's also this story I heard. It takes me back. There's a story back in high school. There was another story I heard. I just said that, but this guy, he had this routine of going to the grocery store, gas station, and picking the same exact numbers for the lottery. But then one day he forgot. and then that was like the winning numbers for the next day, and then he got sad.
That is so depressing.
That is
That's
so
so
sad.
I remember watching the news once with my mom, and she used to get lottery tickets too. And then there was one day she didn't like get one, and I don't know, is it 6 numbers or 7 numbers? Do you remember how many numbers?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was like 1 away if she got it that day.
Whoa.
Yeah, I remember her.
Dang.
Yeah, when I was a kid, and she was just like looking at the TV.
Dang.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
a positive note about lottery tickets. Most of the money actually goes to the education.
How do you know that?
Oh, it's a fundraising technique from the government. That's what the lottery
Oh.
is. Yeah.
Okay, great. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I don't know the percentage that goes to education, that goes to schools, but like a large percentage. I think over 60. Last time
Okay.
yeah. So when you're buying a lottery ticket, even though you're awarding your gambling, you're also helping education. So it's like,
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't done it in a while, so I don't know how it feels.
this is YouTube news. 90-year-old gaming grandma was dubbed by World's Guinness Records for being the oldest gaming YouTuber.
Hey, that's dope. That's gonna be me. I'm about to beat a record in like 2 years. So,
How old are you turning?
92. I'm just kidding. Dude, honestly.
You look young for 92, man.
Thanks, man. That's dope. I mean, hey, if she can still game, might as well game. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
Yeah, I saw this other grandma. She plays Animal Crossing. Yeah, it's pretty dope. She named the developers of Animal Crossing named a character after her, just because she has like over I think it's like over 10,000 hours of like gameplay on Animal Crossing. So they just like, hey, we're gonna make a character off of you, and they named the character Audie, because her name was Audrey. It was real. It's cool, like cool, sweet story there. And then that's gonna be me in 80 years, I guess.
Dang. You see yourself gaming still at that age?
Oh, oh yeah. I feel like it's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of like grandpa gamers when the time comes. Because if we have our knowledge now, fast forward 60, 70 years from now, we're still gonna game if that's the new niche. You know what I'm saying?
Dang. Imagine, what do you think the gaming, like how VR would be like 60 years from now?
Oh, dude, we will be. I can't. I don't even know, dude. It'll probably, you know how there's like big goggles like right now for the VR sets. It's gonna be probably like a grain of rice. You just eat it, and then you're just in the VR for like. That sounds like a drug.
VR rice?
Wait a minute. Okay, maybe like I don't know. Maybe like 2 pepperoni. You know, 2 pepperonis. Just put it in your eyeballs, and then it takes you into the VR world. Kind of like Ready Player One. They do a good thing about it. I forget how that movie goes. Does he use a VR headset or something?
Yeah, it's like a full body suit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's too much. Pepperonis. They're gonna put pepperonis in the eyeballs, and then you're gonna be transported. It's gonna be very neurolinked. Okay, so you're gonna be transported into the software or whatever system, and you feel everything. If you get punched, you feel that punch. Okay, if you get stabbed, well, dang, that hurts. You feel every little thing.
Yeah.
And the only scary part is like, what if that software crashes? Does that mean you die in the system?
If you were the developer, how would you create it?
What do you mean? Like a universe with like peace and tranquility?
No, like that situation. If you were the developer, would you make the person die inside the program, or would you find like some kind of fix to that?
Oh, I would. If I were a developer, that's murder, right? If they die in the game, does that mean they die in the real life? If that's the case, then yeah, that's murder. There's like an anime of.
Yeah,
you ever heard of the anime Sword Art Online? There's an anime called Sword Art Online. It's basically what I'm saying, except people go in. It's like, oh yay, the game just launched.
Yeah.
There's like hundreds of thousands of people online. Just like, hey, saying what's up. And then all of a sudden, the game developer just like shuts down the whole game. It's like, all right, guys, you're stuck here forever. last to survive wins.
Whoa.
And then everyone just dies, and then a lot of people die in real life because they die in the game, and then there's no way out. It's really no way out until that one person lives. So it's like Fortnite in real life, except it's like the VR form.
Yeah. Is that it? Did they turn it into a movie? Because I want to watch that, honestly.
No, it's just an anime. You can watch it. It's online or like on Crunchyroll. It's
Nice.
it's pretty dark, like the whole concept of it, but it's at the same time it could be possible, which is the scary thing.
Yeah. Here's a question for you. If
Okay.
if the VR was so good that like you can't distinguish between reality and the VR, and
Yeah.
and in that VR game you could do anything you want, how long would you spend your time in there versus real life?
I would spend, if I realized that it was as good as real life. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
If
like
I realized,
you can't tell the difference.
dude, I don't know. You ever watch that episode of Black Mirror of those two ladies? They go to VR to go back to their younger selves, and they feel everything, and then they kind of, it's like a way of therapy for them. Like they give like, you know, the elderly people like VR sets, and then they just warp back. They feel everything when they were younger. It feels great.
Whoa.
If I were old like that, yes, I would be in the VR for as long as I can. But if I can still like walk and move and like, you know, do everything normally in real life, then I will just stay in real life, because losing grip of reality it's dangerous. It gets super dangerous. Because what if you go into VR and you think that's reality, when all of a sudden it stops and it takes you back to reality, and then you're just like, oh shoot. That's what's happening now. That's what's happening now. We think we're in VR, but then when we wake up and realize we're not in VR, what's happening?
What if it's the opposite? Like
What do you mean?
we forgot we're in VR, like what you said, and we think we're in real life.
Is that the whole simulation theory right now? Is that what we're trying to get at?
It's moving like you kind of brought it up. How about if we forgot
Forgot what?
that we're in VR?
I don't know.
That's so crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm so scared right now.
What's behind you? Look behind you. It's
It's this
you.
good-looking guy right here.
No, that's the VR version of you, or that's the real you, and you're the VR. That's why whenever we look in mirrors, we think it's the reflection of us. But if we look in the mirrors, that's the real version of you, and who you are now is the virtual reality simulation. I don't know. It could be possible, but I don't know.
That's crazy
Hey.
though.
What I know is I'm real. I think I'm real. That's what matters. So I'm just gonna, live my life the best. I'm gonna live my life the best as possible, and I'm gonna enjoy it.
Nice.
So if it's simulation, then hey, whatever. I'm good. I'm doing my best.
It's beyond our control, so might as well just
It
just
is.
have fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's very mind blowing, huh?
No, you know what's crazy? When you were talking, you actually explained it in a way I didn't think about. Like, the only way we could be in a VR is if we were placed here and we forgot.
Well.
That trips me out right now. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, dude. Anyways.
I mean, that's exactly what happened. I mean, like, why do you think we don't remember what happened when we were babies? That's when we first got placed into this virtual reality.
Because I was an
world.
ugly baby and I'm traumatized and I'm trying to forget how ugly I was.
Oh, man. I don't know. The world's crazy. Universe is crazy. Many possibilities. Many universe dimensions. It's whatever. All I know, like I said, I'm vibing.
Nice.
My guy. I'm straight up vibing. There's ice cream in the fridge right now. That's real. I'm going to get that. Because it's real. I taste it.
Yo, that's crazy. Imagine when VR, didn't you say Neuralinks? Right?
Yes.
So if it connects to a Neuralinks, then we feel things in the VR game, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why you get punched in the game, you feel it in real life. You get stabbed, well, ouch, and then, hey, it's just, that's too much thinking, man.
You started
That's
it.
too much. I was just explaining you the plot of the anime, and that's the plot of the anime.
Roy, you messed up my life. I don't know if I'm real anymore.
Hey man, you see my hand? How many fingers do you see?
5.
Well, that's reality. In virtual reality, it's 7.
Nice.
See? I don't know what that was so random. I have no idea what I was trying to get at that, making that claim from that point. I'm sorry if I confused you even more.
Anyways, would you like the next story?
Yes, please.
All right. Here we go.
What do you think I have these goggles, huh?
Oh, have you seen that that time the Future Man picture where they're saying there's this guy in the picture and he had goggles just like that? And he's like, how the hell did they didn't have goggles like that back then? Have you seen that picture? Or am I alone on this one?
Oh,
we lost Roy.
sorry.
We lost Roy.
Yeah, sorry. I was in the virtual reality. What'd you say?
Have you seen that black and white photo where there was this guy who had goggles like that, and they're like, how they didn't have goggles like that back then, or glasses like that back then?
Oh,
remember that picture?
Yeah, time travelers exist. I saw a video. The other day. It was in the street. Okay, there was a worker, unloading a box or whatever, and all of a sudden this man just started walking behind him, taps him in the shoulder. And the man just keeps walking, and then the guy who was unboxing all the boxes and stuff looked back, because if someone taps you in the shoulder, you gotta look back.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you see a car, and then the car almost hit the guy, but the guy, avoids it because he looked back in the right time. So how did that man, that time traveler, know to tap the guy in the shoulder, because he was about to get hit?
All the supernatural stuff, my eyes get teary. It's like I see. You know that feeling when you see a ghost?
Oh, like goosebumps?
Yeah.
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 I believe it, man. Time travelers exist. I feel like the time travelers are aliens. You think that's a thing? The aliens disguise themselves because they already know what happens in the future, so they're just doing their best to troll us and like tap us on the shoulders, and then wear these like funky glasses in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? I would too if I were an alien. I'd be like, let's go back to Egypt. Let's tell them to build up these pyramids in a triangle shape.
Yo, that's for real though. That's a real conspiracy. There's a show called on History Channel about aliens, like ancient aliens. I saw an episode about it.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Dude, time travelers do exist though. I believe that. There's no way we will know, because they just. Time travelers just disguise as us, and we don't know that,
And then it just changes everything. Yo, what is time?
Time is what do you mean? Time depends. On Earth, there are 24 hours, okay? Time... Oh, man, my brain hurts. Well, time, on Earth at least, is the revolution of the Earth's rotation, okay? Time is also how long the Earth rotates around the sun. So that is just a constructive way we can deal with time. But time is different through different planes of the universe. 1 second on Earth could be an hour on another universe. So, you ever watch Interstellar? You watched Interstellar, right?
I knew you were going to bring that up, man.
It's like, if you guys don't know our reference here, in Interstellar, they were in a spaceship, okay? And then they're like, okay, we're going to go to this planet real quick, all right? So they leave and go inside this planet for basically like 30 minutes. They were in the planet. And then they left the planet and they went back to their spaceship. And everyone in that spaceship is 50 years older, when the people who left to go to the planet are only 30 minutes older. So it's like, the phases and the force fields and the planes of time kind of intersect through these gravitational forces, which causes time to construct itself differently throughout the planes of the universe. So, if you talk about that in quantum physics, that is called the relativity of time. Time is relative to where you are in the universe.
Dropping knowledge, bro. I see.
All right. Nah, I just made that up. It sounds legit though, right?
If you say anything confidently, it sounds legit.
But times like that though. Time. Oof. I wonder how many people are still listening. Probably 3 people.
Yo,
But we're gonna keep going.
you know the Guava G's highlight clips channel? It's
Yeah.
interesting what topics there's way more viewers for, like higher view
What
count.
topics?
So
What topics?
let's see. Well, that does. The first one I'm thinking of doesn't count because it's the top of the playlist. So let's
Yeah.
rule that one out. Trending page.
Wow.
Your secrets of how to get in the trending page was one of them.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Or like they like stories. Some of the ones that had stories in it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
True, dude. Well, let's talk about a story. You have any cool story? Oh, talk about a haunted story. You were in a haunted Airbnb the past week, right?
I think I'm just a
Talk
chicken,
about
bro.
No, dude, because like, if you're talking about paranormal stuff, you don't. I feel like if you go to a place and you get goosebumps, you get the feeling that there is someone watching you without knowing the history and the background of where you are. You think that's real or that's all in your mind? Because there's a difference between going to a place knowing it's haunted and you feel everything, than rather than going to a place that you don't know it's haunted. It seems normal, but you still feel the same way. So, that's called the paranormal relativity
Of time. You know what's funny? What if we like, you know how you have something on your head? I feel like it's random to like just wear a
Keep
different
changing
outfit.
it?
Yeah. I think that's
I'm
pretty
gonna do that.
entertaining. And I'll just wear
sounds
the
good.
Guava shirt that's found in guavajuice.com.
Nice. Okay, let me tell you a scary story. I think it was like the first paranormal thing I've ever experienced. I was 12 years old. We went camping. My dad, my brother, and like 3 of my friends. We went camping, and we couldn't afford a Ouija board, so we made our own. We call it Spirit of the Glass. You kind of just like make grab cardboard. You grab a cup and you just draw circles with a Sharpie and do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever. We played that, and then all of a sudden, we were playing it for like 5 minutes, and then we asked the question, if you're here, can you make your presence known? And my friend had this hiking stick, just like, he just placed it on a tree, like standing up on a tree. And then all of a sudden, that hiking stick just fell. Like, whoop. Like I saw in the corner of my eye, it just fell. And then we all freaked out. And we're like, nah, that's just the wind. That's just a squirrel. That's just, that's just a frog or whatever. So what did we do? Well, we took that stick, we placed it back up on the tree. And then we're like, if that was you, can you please make that stick move again? This time we were all staring at it directly. Guess what happened? That stick, we saw it fall slowly. Literally just fell.
no.
And we were like, oh, dude, this is real. This is getting intense. So what happened after that, we just, we stopped. We were like, okay, thank you, goodbye. Don't hurt us. We're sorry if we offended you, blah, 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 whatever. And we had a dog at the time, and then the dog was tied, his like leash was like tied into like the picnic table. And all of a sudden, the leash was gone, the collar was gone. It just ran up to us like, like all happy. I'm like, wait, who took off the collar and the leash? And that's what I remember. I think we went hiking, and then we felt some cold presence, and yeah, I mean, yeah, that was pretty scary.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, my dad can see ghosts. You know that?
Has he told you or?
Yeah, he brings it up. He can see ghosts. And then people have the sixth sense. My dad has it. So growing up, that's why I like scary stuff. It was like very what do you call it? I was growing up. There was a lot of like scary things happening, and then my dad would share stories, and then I get more intrigued about the spirit, the paranormal, spiritual, natural world, and I just love it. I love it.
Dude, you know what's funny when you're talking about your dad, right? I'm thinking like,
Yep.
I'm gonna make up ghosts when I have kids. I'm gonna be like, yo, there's this ghost that comes out when you don't do a certain chore. You're like, yo, when you don't throw the trash at a certain time.
Yeah, and then until they get you back with like, Dad, the guy in my room said not to say that anymore.
Oh my.
Then what would you do? What would you do then?
Adoption.
Yeah.
I've seen those movies, man. Those kids are scary.
That idea is great until they fire back at you with like, yo, the guy in my closet with the evil hat said, you can't say that anymore, Dad.
Oh hell, that's a smart kid. It's either what is it called when you're possessed? Yeah, possessed. It's either a possessed kid or they're really smart and they're like juking their dad because it's like super meta. It's just like this meta back and forth.
Hey, you know the theory though, like the spirits and paranormal latch on into kids, like babies, because they're so innocent and they just want to take their souls. You ever watch Insidious? That's what like the plots of like all these scary movies are like in these modern days. They just want to take souls of the babies because they're just so innocent and very clueless and they're stupid. You know,
they're weaker, right? It's easier.
Very oblivious.
You've watched Matrix, right?
No.
You haven't watched The Matrix. Okay, we were talking about the simulation stuff, but to connect the paranormal stuff to what we were talking about before, there's a theory that all the paranormal stuff that happens in our world are actually glitches in our simulation. So that's why it's like when you're playing a video game. Have you when we play Roblox? There's like at the end, like it glitches out and you could like fly and do all these weird stuff. So like certain areas of our world that's like cold, like super cold and just weird, right? Like what you're saying.
Yep.
Those are just like glitches in the program.
Dang, that's kind of crazy. So you're saying when that stick fell twice, it glitched the same time?
Yeah.
On cue, like this stick will fall. Glitch,
yeah.
Fall, glitch.
Yeah. So the theory is like in a video game, there's like certain parts, specific locations where there's an Easter egg or specific where it's just broken, so it'll constantly follow a different set of rules. Like different gravities.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So who's that tall guy behind you then?
Oh shit, don't do that. Don't do that. That's what we film in the morning. Yo, what if there's always people around us and we just can't see them? You know what I mean? Homie? You just can't see them.
Oh, there's Richard right there. You see him? Look.
I see Rolanda. Now it's you, Richard.
Dang. Oh, we gotta tell a story. Like I have some. Oh, you know what we should do? You should gather a whole bunch of scary stories instead of news, and then we'll just talk about it.
That's a good idea. The whole episode.
Yeah. Okay. Next episode, we're just gonna straight up talk about the supernatural. We'll take stories, take some of our experiences, mostly mine, and then we'll just take a crack at it.
Dang.
Yo, watch this podcast be like a supernatural like podcast. Almost.
Yo, if the audience enjoys it and we enjoy making it, right?
Dude, I'm down. Yeah, let us know in the comments. What do you want us to talk about next? I know we started a bit with like inspirational stuff, like motivational stuff, like what success is here and there and that. But I don't know. We're just talking about aliens now, so we'll see. It's developing as the year goes. So yeah, that's all we got today. Any last notes, Leonardo? Leo?
That was fun, man. Thanks for having me. Good morning.
Yeah, dude. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Next podcast, we'll film at 3 a.m.
Can we just change the...
All right. Later, guys. Make sure you subscribe and hit that like button.